So, as I said in my last video, I reached 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. And so I asked you all to ask me questions and I said I would answer them. So here we go. How are you finding balancing college work and your blog? So, for the past year and a half, I've actually studied part-time for reasons I'm not going to go into right now, but it's been necessary. But I have been very lucky because it's given me a lot of time to do to do sewing and making stuff. But I'm actually going back to full-time uni next semester and I'm really worried I'm not going to be able to craft anymore. So I'll let you know how that goes, person. Thank you. What has been the most amazing thing about your blogging journey? Being on the cover of a magazine, a real physical, you can hold it, magazine. That's, yep, pretty much the best thing. What sewing machine do you use? Well, this is my first ever sewing machine and it was a really good first sewing machine, but at the moment I also use this one. They're both really good. They're both great for beginners. The only difference with the one with the blue patterns on it is that it's a lot more quiet, which is good for a share house. So this one stays at my parents' house now. Are you going to dye your hair pink again anytime soon? No, because bleach makes it go and it's finally getting long, so I don't want to take any chances there. If you were somebody else, would you like your blog? I mean, it depends on who I am. You haven't told me who this other person is. Okay, seeing as you didn't tell me who that somebody else is, I'm going to click random page on Wikipedia until I get a person. James Pickard. So James Pickard was an English inventor. He modified the Newcomen engine in a manner that it could deliver a rotary motion. His solution, which he patented in 1780, involved the combined use of a crank and a flywheel. Would James Pickard like my blog? Yeah, I reckon so. Were you self-taught at sewing first and how did you get into it? So yeah, I'm pretty much completely self-taught. I mean, unless you count watching YouTube tutorials. I guess those people taught me, but I've never done any formal courses or anything. Basically, my grandma taught me how to thread a needle at about age 8. In year 8, I did textiles at high school and I was terrible at it. And then in 2011, my dad bought me a sewing machine and the rest is history. And how did I get into it? I just started wanting my clothes to be different from what you could buy in stores, and the way that I thought I could do that was by making my own stuff. So now I'm able to make things that nobody else in the world owns, like this top that I just embroidered. I just got it from the op shop, but then I added cherries on it. Ooh, you can see my bra. Whoops. I really love the music in your videos. Where do you find the music? Thanks, everyone loves the music in my videos. I've had quite a hard time finding music that you're allowed to use in YouTube videos. For the first few videos, I just asked an artist that I really liked, 8-Bit Betty, if I could use their music, and they said yes, so that was really nice. So you can either get permission from an artist or you have to find Creative Commons, like royalty-free music. And so the sites that I use are like CC Mixter, the Free Music Archive, and there's also some really good royalty-free YouTube channels for music that you can use on your YouTube. What are your favorite places to buy clothes from? Well, the op shop. I basically get all of my clothes from the op shop now. I like buying handmade things as well, and I actually have a whole list of places I like to buy clothes from on my ethical fashion directory, which you can click on this link here. How did you start sewing and how did you learn? Well, my dad, he bought me a machine and I just went for it. I basically just looked up tutorials on YouTube and just practiced a buttload. What/who are your fave bloggers? What? Like, are there bloggers that aren't people? Well, my favorite bloggers are Scathingly Brilliant, Mermaidens, The Dainty Squid, The Rainbow Holic, Briar Rose, and Bottle and Squeak. Yeah, I'll link them down below. Can you give us a tour of your closet? No, because I'm not at home right now. I'm at my parents' house, but I will do that in the future, person. Thank you. Actually, no, I won't, because my closet looks like this. It's not the neat, tidy closet you were probably imagining. I have too many clothes and they're all just kind of shoved in there, so probably actually no. Sorry. What are your career aspirations? Well, I really want to be a scientific researcher in the field of molecular biology, and my ultimate goal would be to work in synthetic biology, which is basically making new organisms from scratch, and that makes me sound like a crazy scientist. But I also have a secret fantasy of owning my own fashion line as well, maybe one day. What other sewing channels do you recommend? Professor Pincushion, Smarmy Clothes, Secret Life of a Bio Nerd, The Crafty Gemini, Kulapa. I'm sorry April, I pronounced that totally wrong. There's also a channel which isn't a sewing channel, but it's a really good craft channel, Tony Ellison. What kind of music do you like? Well, my 5 favorite artists are Beyonce, Metric, Ballpark Music, Massive Attack, and Hermitude. So that's a snapshot of the kind of music I like. And of course, I love chiptune music, as you might have guessed from my videos. So I know I've only answered about half of the questions there, but well, I don't know about you guys, but when I watch YouTube videos, I kind of just skip over ones which are more than about 5 minutes long because I have a really short attention span, so I'm gonna leave it there. But thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!